Well, let's speak to Racquel Moses, who is the CEO of Caribbean Climate-Smart Accelerator and a UN Global Ambassador in the race to zero. Good to have you with us. So just explain for us how climate change is affecting the Caribbean.
Thank you so much for having me. So, climate change is affecting the Caribbean in that we are seeing rising sea levels, we're seeing more sargassum, we're seeing stronger storms, we're seeing flooding, we're seeing changes in our crop cycles, we're seeing stronger hurricanes that are wiping out entire countries. So, we're seeing all of it happening now. It's happening to us now.
So what kind of commitments do you want to see and need to see from COP26 to stop and reverse the damage that's happening?
We need to see, certainly, I appreciate that the UN wants stronger commitments, and stronger commitments are needed if we are to meet the 1.5 limit of global warming. But we also need to see greater action. Alok Sharma announced on Friday that they are going to be tracking the activities through to COP27. And that is exactly what we need. We need to see what are the milestones that need to be met for the commitments to be made real by the next COP. So that's one of the first things. Secondly, we definitely need to see more climate finance, and the $100 billion per year that was promised to developing nations, we need to see that come to fruition. We also need to see a lot more grant funding and funding for adaptation. At the moment, we're seeing a lot of funding for climate mitigation, but mitigation based on the Caribbean, especially, only emitting less than 2% of global greenhouse gases. Mitigation isn't going to make a difference to us. We have to adapt to the changes that are taking place. And finally, what the accelerator is doing is matching projects to available funding. And that is one of the things that we're undertaking at COP as well.
Yeah, one of the big criticisms that's been made about the wealthier countries is that they're just not doing enough to help less wealthy countries deal with the impacts of climate change. Clearly, that's something that has to change. Do you think that the finance pledges that have been made will be met?
I think there is a great possibility for them to be met, but they will only be met if we are tracking and monitoring the progress. So, what we need is to arm constituents with data. The leaders will do what their people require them to do. And if they have the information to understand where those commitments are falling short, I think we have a great opportunity to canvass a lot of support for making leaders make those commitments heard.
Racquel, thank you very much indeed for speaking with us. Racquel Moses there speaking to us live from Glasgow.